author, inspiration. Robert Paylor has written many chapters on life since he experienced a rugby injury that resulted in paralysis. Now he's about to launch a new book that he hopes will give others perspective on how to meet life's challenges. And we're lucky enough this morning, Robert is joining us live in studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's kind of take it back to the start of this particular journey. You were a star rugby player at Cal Berkeley. Take us back to May 6th of 2017.
It's the day that changed my life forever. I was competing in a national championship starting, and it was in that game that an opposing player made an illegal move. He broke my neck. I was paralyzed from the neck down, and my doctor told me I would never move again.
And that, I can't imagine receiving that news because, as you said, doctors told you would never walk again, but yet you walked on stage for graduation. You even danced at your wedding, which is just phenomenal. How did you even get to that point?
It's been so many things, and that's what I'm excited about this book, is because I have this journey of a physical paralysis, but we also have something that paralyzes us mentally or emotionally. And each chapter in this book is one of those tools that has helped me in overcoming quadriplegia. So it's things like perspective, it's cultivating a positive mindset, it's a support system. There's just so many factors that goes into a journey like this.
When you were writing this book, how do you even know where to begin? I mean, how much introspection did you have to do when you were putting together this book?
Step one, hire a co-author. So I'm really happy that I got an awesome co-author on my team here, Jason Cole, and he's a Stanford guy too. It's like the great peace treaties of the world is in this book, Cal versus Stanford. No, but it was a very cathartic process. I mean, my motto is very much no tears in the writer, no tears in the reader. I really put myself back in those situations so I could share that experience with the reader.
You ever anticipate yourself being a motivational speaker?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So it's so complimentary, and it's the purpose of my life now to take what happened to me, which many people would think would just be a curse, and it's a gift now because I can share that gift with others.
Well, and I was going to kind of touch on that aspect because given everything that's happened over the last 8 years, could you imagine your life any other way?
No, I couldn't. And to be completely honest with you, I wouldn't even wish this away. I wouldn't change a thing. It's been difficult. It's been the challenge of my life, but it's given me an ability to help people in a way that I wouldn't have been able to do if I didn't break my neck. So it's been a tough road, but it got me here today, and I'm grateful for it.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going to give away everything that's in the book, but again, one of the unique perspectives that you can offer is to literally take life's challenges and make the best of them. I can't imagine how difficult that is, not just day one, but even on your good days. I mean, how do you continue to do it?
It's perspective. I think it's the key to perseverance. I think it's the key to happiness. When I'm feeling down, and I get these moments a lot, I don't think of myself and woe is me. I look outside of myself. I look at people who are overcoming tremendous adversities, and I use this phrase called compared to what. It says, I'm tired, but compared to what? I go through a lot, but compared to what?
I also love that your book is coming out May 6th.
Yeah.
Again, I just talked about May 6th, 2017. You're kind of reclaiming the date.
It is. I look back on that day and I was on the turf screaming, not knowing where my life was going to end up. And I never could have imagined that 8 years later I'd be sharing this book and helping everybody I can.
And again, the book's title is Paralyzed to Powerful, comes out May 6th. I'm assuming folks can find it just about anywhere that they get their books.
That's right. Anywhere books are sold. You can text POWERFUL to 33777 to get notified. But Amazon, Barnes & Noble, it'll be everywhere.
Well, Robert, we're excited for you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
You still live in Roseville, too.
That's right.
So there you go.
Local.
Local boy, done great. Thank you so much, Robert.